If you live near a river, listen closely. Christmas morning, a deadly wall of water hit California. It rose 8 feet in just 90 minutes. No storm in history has struck with this kind of violence. Entire communities are vanishing underwater right now. What caused this sudden catastrophe? Authorities are panicked as the situation gets worse every second. At 7:14 in the morning, the danger began. The Sacramento River gauge signaled a massive surge. In 90 minutes, the water jumped 8 feet. That speed of flooding is absolutely fatal. By 8:44, digital readouts confirmed the nightmare. The river smashed through the 33.5-foot safety limit. Downstream sensors flashed red warnings. Flows hit 450,000 cubic feet per second. The old record was 150,000. This monster tripled that volume instantly. Safe neighborhoods became death traps in moments. The countdown to total destruction had started. Phones blasted emergency alerts at 7:22. The first levee was already failing. The water moved faster than any computer model predicted. There was zero time to escape. Deadly currents arrived in half the expected time. Speed kills in a flood like this. 8 feet, 450,000 cubic feet. Modern engineering collapsed under the pressure. These gauges prove one terrifying fact. We have never seen a disaster this powerful. Scientists are baffled, but the danger is real. This is happening to families right now. Flood defenses are breaking down everywhere. The numbers are screaming a warning. This tragedy is measurable and growing. Every second counts for your survival. 8:47 in the morning, the Coast Guard logged the first desperate rooftop rescue. Commander Ruiz flew low over B Street. She hunted for signs of life in the chaos. Terrified families clung to their rooftops. Escape routes were already underwater. It looked like an ocean, not a neighborhood. Each home was a stranded island. Rescuers faced a brutal choice. Who lives? They saved 12 people in the first hour. 3 minutes per life. Winch down, grab the victim, and get out fast. Fuel was running low, but the distress calls kept screaming over the radio. Cars vanished under the rising muck. Then came the second warning at 9:12. A massive pulse of water was 40 minutes away. Marysville was in the crosshairs. The commander made a tough call. Save the homes nearest the levee first. She knew the next wave would doom those streets. It was now or never. They grabbed a grandmother, a hurt teen, and a shaking dog. Pure instinct took over. 9:36, 34 souls saved. Only 12 minutes remained before impact. Cell towers failed as the water rose. The pilots were flying blind. Desperate faces looked up from below. They were begging for a miracle. Forget the data. This was a raw race against death. Satellite imagery revealed a terrifying truth. The storm refused to die. The atmospheric river looped back on itself. It was reloading for another attack. Clouds spiraled in a deadly trap. Forecasters had never seen this behavior before. Dr. Chang stared at the no-A screens in horror. Something was very wrong. The ocean was 7 degrees hotter than normal. A massive heat spike near the coast. That heat created a thermal engine. It fueled the storm like gasoline. Dr. Chang warned this wasn't normal. This was a supercharged monster. The ocean itself was feeding the beast, recycling moisture to kill. The storm drank that energy. It grew stronger instead of fading out. Our best weather models failed completely. They missed this deadly feedback loop. They said it would clear by midnight. They were dead wrong. The storm didn't leave. It stalled over your homes and intensified. The real horror wasn't just in the clouds. Buoys off Mendocino hit 62 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a nightmare temperature for December. This heat is fuel, not a glitch. Rain intensity is spiking exactly where the ocean is warmest. Leading experts are sounding the alarm. Dr. Chang says every extra degree adds 4% more vapor. That multiplies the rainfall potential instantly. This storm stalled and got stronger. It defies every model we have ever seen. The ocean and sky are locked in a deadly loop. You can see the disaster feeding itself on satellite. The Sacramento Valley is underwater. We are seeing 12 inches of rain in 4 days, but the rivers aren't your only problem. Your backyard is a saturated sponge. Soil moisture is hitting the 98th percentile. Hydrologists are terrified by these numbers. Dr. Marcus Ellery is tracking the burn scars right now. The park fire zones are basically ticking time bombs. Wet soil makes these hills unstable. Even a moderate shower could bring the whole mountain down. If you are near Yuba City, this is critical. Debris flows are now a mathematical certainty. Without roots, the water moves fast. It carves deadly channels through ash and rock. The models just turned red. We have a 70% chance of a major slide tonight. Crews are rushing equipment to your evacuation routes. We have seen this horror show before. In 1862, this valley became an inland sea. Towns vanished under 30 feet of water. The whole area from Chico to Bakersfield was a lake. We have better dams now, but physics hasn't changed. When the ground fails, every storm is a multiplier. Look at Smartsville right now. A 100-foot hillside just wiped out Highway 20. This is a preview of the big one. Saturated soil means fast, unpredictable death. These are walls of rock moving at highway speeds. You cannot outrun them. The land itself is falling apart. The threat is moving from rivers to your neighborhoods. The danger is literally beneath your feet. Our flood defense is a stressed web of dams. They were built for old weather, not this. They are hitting their limits. Oroville Dam is back in the danger zone. Remember 2017? Vibration alarms are going off on the spillway. Crews are finding hairline cracks right now. Sensors are screaming as inflows hit 150,000 cubic feet. It is not a breach yet, but they are watching it nonstop. Downstream, the levees are taking a beating. Sensors from 1997 are triggering everywhere. The Mokelumne and Cosumnes rivers are critical. Pressure at mile 41.2 just spiked. That signals a leak in the core. Central Command is getting flooded with alerts. Yellow alert at Staten Island, red alert at Brandon Andrus. Teams are throwing sandbags, but the water's winning. Reservoirs are dangerously full. Oroville is at 65% capacity. Shasta is at 70%. Folsom is at 82%. They are dumping water, but more is coming in. The balance is tipping. Every decision is a gamble. Keep the water or crush the levees. An engineer just went on record with a terrifying warning. We built for the last century. This storm is breaking every test we have. Cracks are spreading, and storage is filling up. Our safety net is failing in real time. At 9:38 a.m., the lights started going out. Imagine your power dying right now. That nightmare hit 500,000 residents by mid-morning. Darkness swallowed Sacramento, Yuba, Sutter, San Joaquin, Solano, and Contra Costa instantly. The disaster map lit up red in real time. Neighborhoods went black as flooded substations exploded offline. Repair crews were blocked by the very water trapping you. Then the silence hit. Water breached critical infrastructure, killing cell towers and switching stations. You pick up your phone and there is nothing. Emergency calls cut off mid-scream. Text alerts vanished into the void. Emergency manager Lisa Mendoza watched helplessly as the casualty numbers skyrocketed. She pulled the trigger at 7:26 a.m. sharp. A desperate evacuation order blasted through the Federal Common Alerting Protocol. This alert was marked extreme for a reason. The timestamp was clear, but the reaction was deadly. This isn't just data, it is a tragedy. Only 35% of high-risk victims actually evacuated. Geofence data proves it, for thousands. That life-saving ping never arrived. Christmas morning doomed them. Families hesitated, choosing holiday comfort over survival. That delay cost lives. Mendoza's team scrambled to back up radio channels. They desperately relayed orders to first responders and hospitals. But nature was ruthless. As the storm raged, even those fail-safe radios died. The operations center logged terrifying failures, stranded 911 calls, missed welfare checks. Mendoza admitted the terrifying truth: the infrastructure collapsed. You are now completely isolated. The warning system exists, but you can't hear it. The disconnect became a death sentence. Cascading power failures crushed the safety net. The holiday timing paralyzed the systems meant to save you. Floodwaters rose while communities sat in silence. Unknown threats killed because communication was impossible. They were literally and figuratively left in the dark. This is California's new lethal reality. Climate extremes are not theories, they are happening to us. Atmospheric rivers strike harder and faster now. Our infrastructure cannot keep up with these new threats. Your margin for survival is vanishing. Survival preparation is now a permanent job. Nature is actively redrawing the map of your town. Adapt now or lose everything. Don't wait for the next blackout. Share this to save a life. Comment your location. Are you safe?